25,000 veterans make New York State their home every year, coming off active duty. A little bit more with the downsizing of the military. But if you look at our homeless population, and you look at the homeless population across this nation, and I say to everyone, does everyone know where Colony is? Right? Population's about 75,000, 80. That, you take that town, and you take all their houses away, that's the homeless population across this great country of ours, to the men and women that serve this country. There's roughly over 75,000. Here in the Capital District, there's roughly, in the Capital District-wise, a little under 2,000 that are on our streets, that need our support now, that they have defended our country, they've gone off, they fought wars, and it's just not just the current war. We're talking Vietnam era vets, we're talking after that too, Gulf War vets, or just anyone that just served in general, that for whatever reason can't transition back. And you get to feed the vets. And I get to talk to Rick, and it's awesome to see what he's doing with no county government, no grants from the federal government, state, just fundraising, going around and strictly fundraising and giving back to veterans. It hurts me to say it, though. He is in the Navy. It's all right, but I'm going to get over that. The fact that he has seen an opportunity to do this wonderful program with his wife and his friends and his family just says a lot about Rick. But it also says a lot about a variety of the people that are standing here in a partnership to get this done.
My wife and I started it when I was a postmaster in a small office. It started with a World War II vet and one stamp. The World War II vet came into my office every week or so, just saying, "Rich, give me one stamp, that's all I can afford." Didn't think anything of it. After a few months of that, I just said, "At least you have food in the house." And he didn't answer me. And that, by not answering me, helped Feed Our Vets started with that one stamp. My wife and I brought him a box of food that next day, and that's how Feed Our Vets started, and that was in December of 2005. And through word of mouth and being interviewed by a local newspaper, it grew so much that my wife and I had to become a nonprofit, which we did in February of 2009. And just some quick statistics. Since February 2009 till end of last month, we've given out 1,110,000 pounds of free food to veterans in New York State. We've given out over $80,000 worth of local grocery store gift cards to veterans, and we actually fed approximately 3,826. It's 3,800 and something veterans, not counting spouses and children, and that number's over 7,000. We are unique. We are the only national organization feeding hungry and homeless vets. We feed vets in about 38 states with a gift card program that we have, which we work through with a few other organizations to vet them. And one thing I'm most proud of is I'm the only paid employee of Feed Our Vets. Everyone else is a volunteer. It's important to me. I left my postmaster job 11 years early, so when I collect my retirement, it will not be a full retirement, but this is my passion, feeding hungry and homeless vets. As Dan said, we don't receive any federal funding, so we got the actual Humvee donated. Came from the United States Air Force down in Robins Air Force Base, so we know the actual military used it. And then Steve Hale from Steve's Restoration, he had a show on, I think it was American Restorations. He saw what we were doing, he wanted to get on board. So this is just a fundraising project, so hopefully we can raise several $100,000 so we can actually come out to Albany County and feed the vets. There's a lot of vets that are hungry and homeless, as Dan was saying.
On behalf of the entire Board of Directors for the Saratoga Automobile Museum, this is an incredible opportunity that we couldn't have without the thanks of Dan McCoy. So thank you so much. The museum has several initiatives and programs that we work with our community. Feed the Vets is a charity that very much aligns with the values of the Saratoga Automobile Museum. By helping veterans through supplying food, goods and services, public education, and more, Feed the Vets is working to give back to those that have given us so much. At our auto auction, taking place September 21st and 22nd, we will be auctioning off this 1991 Humvee that you see here today, with 100% of the proceeds of the sale of the Humvee going to the Feed the Vets program. This Humvee is a customized military, high-mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle called one of the toughest and most reliable vehicles of its time.
The auction this year is going to be on September 21st and 22nd. So we're going to do about 300 cars. It's going to be full-day events, auctions on the Friday and the Saturday. On the Wednesday and the Thursday, we will be doing previews. So the cars will be checked in on the Monday and the Tuesday. They'll be set up at the back of SPAC on those days. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, people can come in and see the cars. You can bid on these cars live. You can bid on them online. About 10% of all car sales now are going online. Or you can do phone bidding. So again, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to Albany, and thanks for your support.
Well, so we are so pleased to be a partner here with all of you in the great work that you're doing. I know that our veterans are particularly special to County Executive Dan McCoy, as well as the Governor's Office. And so since 2011, we've seen New York State's veterans homeless population decrease by 78%. But it's still not enough, and we can do more, and that's why we're here today. I know the Times Union Center and Bob Belver and all the events that they have here, the beautiful renovation of the atrium are bringing thousands of people, so they'll be able to see the Humvee. And it's an opportunity for both our business leaders as well as our residents to show how caring we are as a community and to step up behind the veterans that have served so proudly for our country. It's now our turn to serve them. So we thank you for this opportunity to participate, and we look forward to the auction in September.